The following is a special presentation of 27 WJTS Jasper, informing you about 211, a new service of Indiana. Indiana 211 is a simple way to connect people who are in need of human services. Now, here's Jane Chappell.
Hello, I'm Jane Chappell. I'm the director of TRICAP, and I'm with Connie Deckard, who is the Link Age Director from Generations, a program of Vincennes University. And we are here today to discuss the start of a new service in Du Bois County called 211. And I'd like to welcome Connie today. We have been actively involved in this program, and we are hoping that on February the 11th, 211, that we will actually have a very good start. Let me talk to Connie and have her tell us a little bit about what this program is all about. Connie, give me a little bit of feedback on what the state program is and how it came about that we're starting this in Du Bois County.
211 has been in Indiana for quite a few years. It is a partnership was created and is now the Indiana 211 Partnership. And we actually have quite a few 211 centers across Indiana. And the goal is for it to become statewide. And with Du Bois joining, we're well on our way in Indiana. 211 is a very exciting program. It's a 3-digit phone number where you all you do is dial 211, and you can access health and human service information from qualified professionals. And that'll be available to Du Bois County residents.
Well, that sounds really good. I think in this day and age of all the electronic communication, we know that cell phones and phone connections are very important to people because many people call rather than to look something up. So this is a good way to put somebody in touch with a service provider if there's a serious need then.
Most definitely. It not only can we help individually, but we can also help in emergency situations. If something were to happen in the county, we can be, when I say we, the 211 call center can be a place where people can call to ask about, where do I go in this situation, in this emergency situation, and we can provide that information. We can play a key role.
So it'll be good for everyday need as well as some of the serious weather problems we have here and some of the conditions that kick up sometimes.
Correct, definitely.
Good. So basically this service, 211, is really for everybody in the county.
Yes, it is for persons of all ages, of all income, for men and women and children, just everyone who might have a health or human service need or community service need. You can call us to obtain information about it. We can give you detailed information about qualifications for certain programs or hours of the agency involved, and also refer you to those agencies out there that are already established here in Du Bois County.
So have you been working on this a long time to gather all this information, and who's helped you?
Yes, there's been quite a few people in Du Bois County in the community. A lot of people have gotten together and formed a committee to, first of all, look at the resources we already knew about and already had, and then cross-reference other agencies' database information and made sure, first of all, are we updated? Do we have the current information for what's available? Are there new resources out there? And we added those. And it's going to be a continual effort to update, to keep those resources updated so we're providing accurate information to everyone in the community.
How many agencies or resources have you obtained for the database? I mean, are there a large number of services available?
Yes, we're very, very fortunate. There are about 550 different programs that we have currently in Du Bois County in our 211 database that's maintained electronically. And again, that's a continual effort to make sure that's kept up to date.
So this really, it includes public agencies, like someone who would be in government services. It includes an agency like mine, TRICAP, that has funded programs, but then also church efforts and sorority groups and anybody who's doing anything that could be a help?
Correct. It is any health and human service agency, the faith community, the philanthropic community, all of those resources, anything that's going to help the residents in Du Bois County.
Well, it's nice to know that we have resources like that available for people in need. Have you been testing out the line? Have you been doing any test work? Because I'm curious how it's going.
Yes, definitely. We've been testing to make sure people can access 211, and also testing the quality of service once someone gets through and talks to an INR or information and referral specialist. And so, of course, we wanted to test the system and make sure that once it is live after February 11th, that there aren't any glitches and everyone will feel confident in the 211 service.
Well, that's good. There's been a lot of pre-work on this just to get this up and going. How long has this committee been working in this county? Do you know?
Since probably the spring of 2007, the group was initially formed and continued to meet. We have a core group, and then we also have groups that work on different angles that it takes to set up this system, whether it's for marketing efforts, fundraising, of course, and gathering those resources.
Okay. Well, I know I've always been convinced that this county, if it wants to do something, can do whatever it puts its mind to. So I'm glad to see that we've worked this out. How much training do the people who answer the line have? What kind of skill base do they need?
The INR, Information and Referral Specialists, have to go through quite a bit to be called specialists. First of all, we are going to be an accredited body through the Alliance of Information and Referral Systems, and they have pretty stringent requirements of the staff people. So they have over approximately 65 hours of initial training to begin with, but there's also different certifications that we like our staff to have. And there's another certification process to be an information and referral specialist. And that's so that they can help people, first of all, on the phone, whether it's those phone skills that are needed, also to help those who are in a crisis mode. The specialists need to be able to help them calmly get through whatever the issue is. But we also have our staff, some of them are more specialized as far as they can, one is certified in reverse mortgage counseling.
Okay.
All of them are certified as state health insurance and information programs to help with those long-term care needs. And we're continually require professional development and education on the resources that are available, the local resources, and also the overall needs that everyone requires, especially the needs of the baby boomer population.
So our concern is we also want to have a quality program here so the INR specialists really have a lot more responsibility than just a question and answer and somebody picking up the phone and giving whatever information they may or may not know.
Correct.
This is very much a serious effort on the part of the INR specialist to connect that caller.
Yes, it's not just being an operator. It is helping them with their the presenting need and the underlying need as well.
If the caller, because sometimes we get calls at work from people who stumble, they are not really sure what they need. Will they help that caller connect actually to the actual agency if they need it?
Sure.
Will they provide that transition?
Sometimes it's, the person calling may be overwhelmed or may not be comfortable with making that connection themselves, and the specialist will stay with them on the line if need be and make a three-way call to the resource that we're referring them to.
Good. Well, that's a wonderful resource. And I could really see if there was an emergency in a house and somebody really wasn't sure if it was a health emergency to call 911, that three-way calling would be essential to help that caller.
Yes.
Well, that's a wonderful point, I think, to help people in the community understand that this is really a good, solid service, and the goal is to provide a very good, qualified service too.
Yes.
You know, we know most people are open through the daytime. How's this going to work after hours? And do you expect any changes if there's problems with after-hour information?
I'm glad you asked that. At our call center, our specialists are there from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. But we know that people need help in the evening and weekends as well. So there is a setup for after-hour calls and on holidays that calls are routed mostly to a center in Indianapolis.
Okay.
And they do have access to our personal information. So if someone calling from Du Bois County calls after hours, they're going to get the same information that they would from our local INR specialists.
Okay. I guess one of the concerns that I have is up until a few years ago, we ran a teen hotline, and the purpose was really to help on some suicide and stress-related issues. And it seems to me those calls don't come in a time when would be normally answered by a person who's local. So, you know, that's good to know that the database would be available then to make sure that people get a connection to a good resource.
And those people in Indianapolis have to go through the same qualifications that our staff do. So
Good.
they are highly trained individuals.